I was going to think up song lyrics, but I can't right now. Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 114. I am Matthew Keel, coming to you live via phone.
Woo! Technology.
Yeah, because the internet, for some reason, is deciding that my laptop doesn't need to do Google Hangouts tonight.
I will have to say, your picture's a lot nicer on your phone.
Yeah. That is true.
I mean, I'm not shots fired at the laptop, but it looks a lot better.
Maybe, Moose, you should have used your phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing would fix that picture, though.
Oh, that's true. It's true. It's a whole lot of ugly.
We'll see, and my phone has been Delcoed to complete crap, so basically Moose's face right now is a giant crack.
That's why you buy cases, and that's why you don't throw it around.
I didn't throw it around, number one. I actually dropped it. It dropped less than 3 inches and just boom. And I did have a case, and I did have a screen protector on it at the time. So Murphy's Law, motherfucker. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Woo!
It's true.
So yeah, alongside me, Matthew Keel, are these two chuckleheads, Moose and Corey. If you haven't figured out who's who, well, and that's
114 episodes in. If you don't know who we are,
well, that is if you.
I'm just kidding. No, stay.
If you stayed with us this long and don't know us, maybe that's a problem.
Oh shit!
If you just got here,
where have you been?
You'll catch on. The one who talks about Bloodborne the most is probably Moose. The one who talks about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot and having a child, probably Corey. And then there's me, the worst one of the bunch. We play video games and try and talk about them with a certain degree of intelligence here. I use all those words very loosely. Corey, we're going to start with you this week. What you been playing?
Well, besides Website Fixer, I've been...
Yes, that old chestnut.
Yeah, that old... yeah, it's great. It's great. So I added all of our podcasts finally to the website again, and it turns out all of Nintendo Power Block is now missing. So except for like the last 4 episodes, so now I got to go back and do that.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it right now. It's just gonna make me angry. Speaking of games that make me angry, I started playing Destiny 2 again.
Yeah.
Started playing through that Forsaken DLC. And tell you what, Nolan North is a talented voice actor because he has a very, very good Nathan Fillion impression. Because apparently Nathan Fillion was too busy to do like 20 lines of dialogue for this expansion. Spoilers, they kill off Nathan Fillion's character because he wasn't available. So Nolan North did it, and he sounds just like him. So I didn't even notice. I literally forgot and didn't even notice. So
kudos to Nolan North.
Yeah, well, we all know he's not too shabby in the roles that he plays. Yeah. But I've been playing a lot of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, actually. I was trying to beat Spider-Man before I started playing that, but I was like, I've waited too long. I need to play this game. And I played about the first 3 hours of the game yesterday. Tell you what, turns out Tomb Raider is also a very good video game series.
Yeah, it really is.
I feel like it's really terrible that I decided to come out between Spider-Man and Assassin's Creed and Red Dead, but still a good game. There are some things that I've noticed that are a little bit off because it is a different team. It's not like, I mean, it's not too noticeable. And if you liked Rise, you're gonna like Shadow. But just some of the things feel a little bit off. You know, kind of like when your favorite series gets taken over by another developer. You do notice some things. Lara doesn't move as gracefully as she did in Rise. It's just a little wonky. Doesn't control bad. It's just like, oh, I noticed this is a little bit different. So some of the stealth mechanics are kind of cool, although the AI is really dumb. But that's kind of all I've been really playing. Well, there's something else I was playing too. I don't remember what else I was playing. Oh, I played Valkyria Chronicles 4 on Switch. And if you're a Fire Emblem fan, that game scratches that Fire Emblem itch real good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Turns out Valkyria Chronicles 4 might actually be a great game. I downloaded the demo, and by the time this episode comes out, the full game will be out. But yeah, it's cool because like, and unlike Fire Emblem, you can actually zoom into the battlefield and like move your characters around. Man, Matt, you're having some issues over there, aren't you?
Everything's falling apart over here.
It's all going downhill. Oh no!
Okay, this is not Mr. Bill, but you know, I appreciate what you're doing.
No, that's more like, oh no!
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go back.
Sure. Okay.
But you know, I like the mix of real time and turn based combat where you know you move your guys around the battlefield and you can actually shoot your enemies, which is kind of cool. The tanks, using the tank was actually really cool. I haven't gotten to the part where you can actually start partnering up your characters. But there's these things called potentials where when you pair characters together, it gives them different stat buffs and stuff. And there's literally a guy that like loves tanks, and even when he's buying an enemy tank, he gets a buff. And, it's actually,
I love tanks so much.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I'm gonna take out this tank because I love tanks so much, and he like you just see attack go up by like 5 points, and it's kind of cool. So.
I'm just going to interrupt you. I watched your quick look on nerdsgonerogueradio.com, and your quick look, you did really well. It actually sort of made me want to play the game. It actually sort of made me want to go back and revisit the first one too, because that was like my first foray into like Fire Emblem and XCOM style games. And you've talked about it too long to not mention the dog in the army outfit.
I know. I apologize. I made him the thumbnail though.
Yeah, you did. He has a little hat around one of his ears. Like,
his name is Ragnarok, and they call him Rags for short.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's even better.
I know.
Nice.
He's adorable. Yeah. But I didn't realize how big of a part the dog was going to play until like after I was done recording the quick look.
Mm-hmm.
So like I might do a second one that involves the dog. We'll see.
I was feeling like, we got a dog, you guys. We got a dog.
Well, Matt, you're in luck because the first game is coming to Switch in October for $20.
I like trophies though.
I know. Well.
Yeah.
But you know what you do get if you buy Valkyria Chronicles 4 digitally. You get a 25% off trophy for Valkyria Chronicles 1. Huh?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Now you speak my language.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get a nice crisp Lincoln off of your next purchase of Valkyria Chronicles 1.
Well,
The first one's pretty good.
yeah.
It's a long game though. Long game.
Yeah.
That must be why my buddy bought it. Because I've seen him playing Valkyrie Chronicles 4 on his Switch, and now that you say a 25% discount on the first one to play for him to be able to play it on the go, yeah. No wonder he picked it up.
And like after I played the demo, I actually went back to Octopath Traveler, which I don't know why that's the same, but it made me want to play Octopath Traveler again because, like,
I mean, the art styles are very similar.
Yeah.
Or at least like the way the characters look.
yeah,
Like, of course,
Yeah.
Valkyria Chronicles is not done in a very diorama sense, but
yeah. I like the art style though for Valkyria Chronicles 4. Like, I like the picture book aspect of it, where like has the white kind of cloudiness around it with the line art border. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then I went back to the old standby of Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what I did for the second time ever?
Saw the main menu.
No, I didn't press A right away.
You played Puyo Puyo?
No, I navigated the menus correctly. Somehow you can complete Tetris by completing all 15 levels. So that was pretty impressive for me.
Nice.
I'm dumb.
Someone give him a cookie.
I know. I already had 2 after dinner.
Yeah.
Cookies are delicious.
Sana bought these little cookies that are like cinnamon cookies on the outside, but stuffed with chocolate on the inside. They're like
Ooh.
really, really tasty. And I would eat a whole sleeve of them if she didn't hide them from me. So
That's very nice of her to help you help yourself. That's love.
Love. I woke up this afternoon thinking about those Keebler soft batch chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my gosh!
Like I just want to get a bag of those.
Oh yeah,
in my face.
Man. I also like the Chips Ahoy chewy chocolate chunk cookies.
Yes, those are good.
Those are
good.
Those are also very, very good.
Speaking
of cookies, did you see that Oreo came out with the Mickey Mouse 90th birthday version of Oreo?
No,
I'm pretty sure they did that around like the 75th birthday too.
Well, they do it every year as a birthday. It's like the birthday cake cookie, but they just repackaged it with Mickey Mouse on the front. It's literally the same cookie as the birthday cake,
Okay.
but it's like, I don't know, some weird promotion they're doing with Disney. Because Disney needs promoted.
Yeah. None of us really understand what Disney is. None of us really have heard of Disney.
There's this funny looking man with a mustache, and he drew a mouse and got real rich.
And he expressed weird opinions about the Jewish people. Moose, what are you playing?
So Nintendo Online came out not too long ago, so I've been dabbling in Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, tried a little Super Mario Brothers 3. I mean, it ain't the best thing in the world right now. I think they could severely work on the lag.
Yes. There's a lot of issues with Nintendo Switch.
Guys, so many, and they need to fix it. So I'm very happy.
Wait. Nintendo Online having issues?
Let me tell you what. I think the PlayStation 2 had better online service than Nintendo.
Before the show, he said Xbox One, and so it's very. I think it's funny that he chose both of those to have better online than Nintendo Switch. And you know what? He's not wrong.
Well, the Xbox One, that has severely good online, though. I think he needs OG Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I meant the original Xbox is what I was talking. Sorry.
And I remember when I first...
Motherfuckers can't just fucking label them properly.
I know. Let's not get...
All right, let's just go ahead. You were gonna say.
I remember when I first played like Halo and Halo 2, Halo 2 online, because I played Halo 2 first. I remember how easy it was. Like, wow, this is surprisingly simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now, and I haven't messed with the Nintendo Online yet, but I can only imagine. I'm gonna go when I try and go in. I'll just be like, "Wow, this is surprisingly difficult."
Actually, I'll be honest. It is. Like, I was playing Zelda, and I'm like, "What is going on here? Like, what is going on with the controls?"
The lag is so bad. Like, the lag.
It's got to be
something that's downloaded to your system. supposedly.
It's
And like
terrible.
some people on other podcasts are saying that Nintendo is actually streaming the games to you.
But how can they do that if you're not online?
If you choose like 2-player or online, like Nintendo is streaming it to you.
Well, that makes sense.
But like I was playing Mario 3 the other day, and I know like I've played that game a lot, especially that first level. Like, I mean, I know where to jump and when to jump, and it's just the lag is so bad, and like sometimes like the picture will just like get super pixelated and grainy for no reason, and it's like, what is happening? This is and you can't take the overlay off to say like, oh, press L and LR or Z X bullshit buttons on the back to
that's dumb.
Reset the system. Like,
have you seen the right side of the screen having a knip shit? Like flashing?
Yep.
I've seen that too. Anyways, so here's my thing. So I was reading about it, and I was not going to do it because of the always having to ping servers. I wasn't going to do it because they were shitty with their cloud saves. Like they're only like non-online games. Like, but that's fine because I don't play a lot of online games on Nintendo. The only reason I bought into it was because I bought the family plan, and I've got 5 other people who are buying into it, and so each of us only pays $6.10 a year.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? For $6.10 a year to be able to play old school Zelda, old school Super Mario Brothers, and try Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario Brothers 3, and I think Metroid is not next month.
Metroid's
November or December. So to be able to play Metroid, to be honest, like I think I've played it, but not too much. So it'll be like me playing it for the first time. I'm so far removed from even trying that game. So that's cool to me. I'm like, you know what? That's worth $6.
It just makes me mad. It just makes me mad because like they're offering a way better way to play these games in these classic systems, and even like even the Wii U Virtual Console is a better way to play these games at this point. It's just a man. Look, Nintendo. They're just finding new ways to frustrate me.
Together.
They're finding new ways to frustrate me. And as someone who is running our Nintendo channel, it's very frustrating because I want to show off Nintendo Switch Online, and I can't because of lag, the video quality, and it's not like these are processing breaking games, right? It's Super Mario Brothers, right?
Here's the thing. Like, if you're allowing me to download them to my system, it should be the entire game in my system. It should have no fucking lag. No lag whatsoever.
Like I get
not have an issue with it.
I get now, like a tad latency if you're using a pro controller wirelessly. Yes. Like I get it, but like for me to be playing in handheld mode with the Joy-Cons attached to the system, and I go to jump and he doesn't jump within like half of a second, and it causes me to die or lose my power up or whatever.
Right.
That's an issue.
There's that. Or I can understand if you're trying to play like Mario Kart Online and it's like a little bit laggy because now they're making you buy into this system. But like the thing is, like, if you're going to try and implement an online system, and so you're taking away these features from games and then you're giving them back to the customer behind a paywall, they better work exactly like they did prior to you taking them away for free. Like there's no excuse there.
Yep.
So anyways, so I've been playing some Nintendo classics, a little bit of Zelda, a little Super Mario 3. I even tried Ice Climber. I tried a bunch of the games just because I had them, and then I made a Japanese account and checked out the Japanese versions just for shits and giggles because they'll probably get some different games than the US version. So that's it's like no hassle to do that. So I did it. And then I've been playing a lot of Doom. I really think I'm in the last quarter of the game. So I'm enjoying it. Doom's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it to the people out there that have ever played the series. I am finding, spoiler alert, I'm gonna say this out loud right now. Skip ahead maybe 30 seconds or so. The game is kind of like God of War, as in it's not a reboot. It's just a sequel that's, people think it's a reboot. So like story-wise, it's pretty cool. I like it. So if y'all haven't played it, fuck y'all. But anyways.
Yeah, Doom's really good.
I mean that is in like story-wise. It's like, what, 2 years old now? So
well,
I highly recommend.
I think when it came out, a lot of people were trying to get into whether or not it was a reboot. But then I think the ultimate consensus was it doesn't really matter because it's fucking Doom. It's not.
Here's the thing. Like, if you actually look at it, it's kind of the same thing as the first game, but it's just told differently. Yeah, it's like another director coming in and just retelling the story. But in a different way, and also in a way that continues upon the first telling, So, and
it sounds like the PS4 version of Ratchet and Clank, where it's not like the original. Yeah. It's not a reboot or a remake of the original game. Yeah. It's just a.
And to be honest, you could call it Doom 4. Mm-hmm. If anybody wanted to call it Doom 4, nobody has any. They can't argue against that. Yeah. It's definitely Doom 4. So I'm enjoying it. Met the main dude, besides you being the main character, I've met one of the major NPCs in the game. Now I'm going to try and find another NPC to stop shit from happening, and just.
I'll bet you more shit happens when you do that rather than stop.
Probably. Got a lot of guns. I like the upgrade system. The upgrade system's cool. Power-up system's pretty cool. Weapons are pretty cool. My main weapon is the combat shotgun. I've got it upgraded to the point where it does like a charged blast when I hold down L2. Controls are not weird. They're, I want to say, refreshing. Welcomely refreshing. Like normal first-person shooters, like you always have your standard buttons and whatnot. I like the way that Doom handles it. It's different enough to the point where it makes you think a little bit, but not to the point where like every time you try and do something, you're like, oh, what was that button? What was that button? Like it changes it enough to where like you can remember the controls, but you don't, you still need to think just a little bit to do something. But enjoying it. Can't wait to finish it, and then I'll probably move on to finishing Final Fantasy 15. But after platinuming Spider-Man, it's just been Doom like the rest of the way. So I did, for NGP, we are going to do some Halloween Let's Plays for October. So I did re-download Bloodborne because I think I'm going to do a Let's Play of that with Justin, our good boy Justin Doss. And then, because he's pretty early in that game, so just maybe do like a stage where we can finish a stage and do a boss, and that'll be a Let's Play. But do that.
Well, he doesn't play games very he plays game. I mean, I'm not going to say he's like a casual gamer, but he only plays games like a little bit at a time. Like
he's not.
He jumps back and forth.
Right. The last game I've seen him dedicated to was Spider-Man, and he platinumed it. So that's the last game I've really seen him dedicated to finishing. I don't even know if he finished God of War. Yeah. I think he has, but like he does, like he'll play and then he takes a break and then he'll play, and like him and his brother kind of do the same thing. But anyway, so we're reaching out to the community to see what games they want to see us play, and like Resident Evil's come up and Costume Quest and like a bunch.
Costume Quest is surprisingly good.
Like a bunch of kick-ass games, and so we'll see what we can play. Like it's basically for me, Jeff, and Jason to play, for like all of us to try and get some platinum plays in with Halloween themes. Personally, in my opinion, Bloodborne is the best Halloween game out there. Fight me. Also, Bloodborne is the best Castlevania game out there. Fight me. So I put that.
It's not really a Castlevania game. It's just
I put that meme out there. Yeah. On a couple of websites, and
I saw your brother respond with like a Symphony of the Night.
No, that was Andy, my cousin. But yes.
Oh, your cousin.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. No. It's all right. I was just like, my brother doesn't really interact with my shit. So.
My apologies to Andy.
That's right.
And just so you know, like I don't know if either of you are in the chat. But I am not because I'm on my phone. I can't do the chat in the video on my phone. So
I haven't popped it out yet, so I got to go see what the chat's saying. I'll read it in a second.
If there is any chatter, Andy, no disrespect, but like I think like I feel like that argument. And we don't really have to debate it because fucking whatever. I think Castlevania and Bloodborne, while they share, there's a very surface similarity. They are very different things, and I think that anybody who's going to get bent out of shape about that statement is probably not thinking too deeply about it. But I hope you guys
think very deeply about it. But I think it's better Castlevania game.
It's not really a Castlevania game to begin with, though.
It
shares the themes.
So you're not going to call Metroid Prime a Metroid game?
No, that's not what. No, because Metroid its name is Metroid.
It doesn't necessarily. So
it's not called Castlevania Bloodborne. It's just called Bloodborne.
Yeah, like Bloodborne is not really a Castlevania game. Not in the fact that there's not. I mean, just because there's gothic art design and a lot of reference to turn of the century, England and Edgar Allan Poe and whatever, and
vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, I mean, just because there's references there, like that doesn't mean it's a Castlevania game. Because then all of a sudden you're getting into any game with that sort of style and those sort of enemies is a Castlevania game.
Kind of reminds me of Castlevania 64.
I don't know about that.
It's all 3D with vampires.
Okay, but
you're welcome.
But I think the tenets of gameplay in Castlevania and Bloodborne are still very, very different. While they have the same skin, they're very different. Because
Matt, what have you been playing?
have you been playing anything else,
sir? No. I did buy Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes for my Switch. And I was going to play it on my brother's birthday, but we didn't get the chance. And then I printed out the manuals at work so we could play at work as a team building exercise. But we haven't had the chance to play it yet. I'm looking forward to it. I played it with Jason. Y'all can check out our video on the Nerds Gone Platinum channel. But he has a video of me and him playing, and then him and Jeff playing, and it's a lot of fun. But anyways,
yeah,
that's pretty much it for now. I'm getting pumped for Hollow Knight launching in it's got to be 16 hours now. So tomorrow sometime I'll probably play it when I get home for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to get trophies on that, and I'm not upset, but I'm probably gonna finish the game on PS4. Why?
Yeah,
because of trophies. So it was detrimental to them to release it so close to the release of Hollow Knight. I mean, granted, it is May, June, July, or March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's almost 8 months later, but still, I might not finish it on Switch. I mean, I might eventually, 3-4 years from now, but not within this year or next year. I'll just switch over and play it on PS4 because I'd rather have the trophies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as someone who finished it, I have no problem going back to playing that again.
Oh yeah, totally. And I'm not saying it in that the game is not good. I'm just saying there's nothing keeping me from playing it on PS4 instead of Switch, except for switches on the go. That's the only reason I would switch over. If I have a good play session with it on my PS4 and I have to go work the next day, I might play it at lunch. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll take me a while to beat it, but I do not regret purchasing on the Switch. I'm happy I have access to it on the PS4, and I look forward to playing it. And Jason and I were talking about it. It's in my top 5 for Game of the Year on, like, in general. Now that it's on both the consoles I use, it's a general statement. Like, it'll be on my top 5 when we do NGR's Game of the Year, and it'll be in my top 5 when we do Nerds Gone Platinum's Game of the Year. So, anyways, Matt, what have you been playing?
Had a few video game landmarks this week. I got 2 platinum trophies. First of which being in Spider-Man. Finished that one.
Nice.
I'll give my thoughts on that in a second, but yeah, that game is really goddamn good. I beat Dead Cells on Switch.
You've done something I haven't yet, but
I beat the Hand of the King, and that.
How'd you like the fight?
Oh man, that fight's amazing.
Okay,
that is one of the best boss fights I've ever played. Like, and I'm thinking that just pretty close to, but like I finished it, and I finished it, and I was super exhausted. I was super tired, but I still just let out this roar of like victory when I did it.
Yeah.
It was Saturday morning. I had just gotten off of work, just gotten home, and I came home. Reba was on the phone with some family, and we realized we needed to go be some places because some important shit was happening. And so I basically came downstairs. I let her get ready and get changed and whatnot. I was playing Hollow Knight. I beat the Hand of the King, and I beat the Hand of the King while she was in the shower. She comes out. I go, "Did you hear me scream?" She's like, "You screamed?" I go, "Yeah, I just beat Dead Cells." She's like, "Oh my god, good job." And but yeah, that fight, the what was it? The Timekeeper.
Yeah.
And
he's the Timekeeper's the one before the last boss. He's the second to the last.
Yeah, that one,
because it's the eye. It's the
first is the Concierge, then the Eye, then the Timekeeper, and then the Hand of the King.
Yes,
the Hand of the King and the Timekeeper are 2 of the best bosses I've ever played. And I mean, even if I wanted to further qualify that as like 2D bosses, that's one way I could separate it. But yeah, those boss fights are really, really fun, and I can see how a lot of people would think they're cheap. But I feel like with the way randomly generated games go, it's kind of like you need to go at them a couple of times and figure out what you're in for, and so it feels cheap until you started taking notes. And then last night in my Sunday night, my Sunday nights where I basically stay up all night playing video games. I started and platinum Undertale. That's a 5-hour platinum. That game is still surprisingly good. The music is amazing as well. If you haven't listened to those soundtracks, get on Spotify. I think they're probably on Google Music too. They're really good. And then I played more Fire Pro. Moose, Tropical Storm Moose has been created.
Yeah, we need pictures.
And well, I'm trying to figure out his moveset. So like,
okay,
I've got the avatar. The moveset is where it becomes. That's like the time consuming part. And I decided I was going to try and beat Dead Cells on PS4. I did not succeed. However, I got like 18 trophies in that game. And I beat without taking damage both the Concierge and the Timekeeper.
Nice.
So
very nice.
Yeah, so I guess Practicing on Switch makes you look like a professional on PS4.
They just patched it for Switch today.
They patched it again?
Yeah.
I know there was a patch over the weekend too.
Yeah, well, maybe that was it then, because I just turned my Switch on since the weekend.
But I will
update.
I will say this: what pisses me off, or at least what pissed me off last night playing that on PS4, was the fact that I don't have near as much unlocked as I do on the Switch. And I realized, man, I don't have this weapon that I use a lot. Like I don't even have the Impaler on PS4. So I was like trying to figure. I was trying to relearn. Like I didn't have. Like I don't have the random melee weapon unlocked yet, or at least I didn't. I didn't have the random range. I had like a whole bunch of power-ups that I just hadn't unlocked on PS4, and that's just because I played it significantly less. So I was going through and trying to do, cell runs where I would just attempt at unlocking stuff, and I ended up finding a lot of blueprints and unlocking a lot. So, yeah, Dead Cells is still my out-and-out game of the year. But I wanted to get into Spider-Man. I know Corey's played some of it. Moose and I have both platinumed it. That game is officially like way better than I was ever excited for it to be.
Insomniac did us right, man. Good, man. Fucking awesome.
Like, and to be honest, like, I'm surprised at that, because the Ratchet and Clank games on their surface should be just kiddie nonsense, but they actually, the way that Insomniac structures the story, they structure the gameplay really well. And I'm like, man, this is a fucking Ratchet and Clank game, but it's not, because there's no Clank, and it's great. The way that they just sort of level the game on top of itself, so nothing is overwhelmingly open world and full of bullshit on you. And what really coalesces it into a great thing is the story structure. I don't want to sit here and say that this is like a Last of Us or a Shadow of the Colossus or a BioShock, and where it's that pivotal moment, or like a Horizon. But I feel like in getting the method right, I feel like you should look at how it did it, and how instead of like throwing you headlong into this clearly defined end, because really you're always chasing the wrong thing, and that's what I love about it, and the fact that you watch the villain become the villain rather than watch Peter Parker become Spider-Man. Like it's actually a really cool origin story in that respect. I didn't want to get too spoilery for anybody, so I won't really go much further than that. I mean, hell, if you've seen any of the Spider-Man movies that have come out in the past 15 years, you know everything you need to know early on in the game. And if you've seen the Spider-Man movies and you still can't figure it out, that's really not my fault. Right, Corey?
Right.
But Spider-Man is like,
it's legit, man.
It really is.
The only reason it takes Game of the Year for me, spoilers, is because of the combat. If I had to put God of War and it side by side, which are both up for my Game of the Year, it wins just because I enjoyed the combat 1,000 times more than God of War. But I must also add the caveat that it might be my issue, like my not understanding of the combat, or my not wanting to like really sit with the combat in God of War and really know what's going on. Like, I feel Spider-Man is a little more intuitive. You can pick up on it more easily. You can adjust what your play style to the combat more easily than God of War. So therefore, that is the only reason why. If we did a story of the year category, fucking God of War wins it, hands down. Like it's not even a competition with any other.
I think that is one of our categories. And
okay, well then, spoilers.
Title of the episode: Moose is just handing out awards.
Welcome to the show, Moose.
But yeah, Spider-Man is it has some problems. Not gonna
right.
Like it. I mean, it has problems on both sides of it. It has some combat issues in terms of like the enemies, and it has some combat issues in terms of Spider-Man. Because let's be honest, that Web Blossom busted as hell.
Yeah.
You get that weapon way too early.
It's way too powerful.
Wait, what is it? The what?
Web Blossom.
The Web Blossom. Oh my god.
Oh, see, I never used that. I always used the suit power that your focus charges faster so that I could heal because I'm so shitty at the combat. But anyway.
Did you die a lot when you were playing Spider-Man, Moose?
No, not too much.
Oh, I've died. I probably died like 50 times.
I didn't start dying until
maybe 20, at least 20 or 30. I will say 20 or 30 times.
Oh, I've died way more than that. I'm not far at all.
But anyways,
I didn't really start getting close to being beaten, and I died a bit later in the game. But those Sable bases, like those were the ones that was where the difficulty spike changed for me. And that was just because, it's the second half of the game and you've gotten accustomed to beating enemies a certain way. And then when you try and do it to them, they're like, nah, that doesn't work on us. You need to change your shit up, dude. And then, but then once again, you bring out the Web Blossom and it's amazing how quickly dominoes just start falling.
See, like, I had the problem with the health, so like I never changed from and I think it's the generic suit for the game. Like it's the
opening one.
Yeah, it's the opening suit that gets changed. Spoiler alerts. Mm-hmm. You'll get that power, and then like throughout the game, spoiler alerts. I used a suit that was a bonus suit, and it's in the movie, The Infinity Wars. Mm-hmm. And I never used that power. Like I never used that power for that suit just because like I was like, oh, I'm done here. My health is really low. Boom, hit the suit power and just sit there and hit the R1 button to heal as you can or whatever. Or the up on the D-pad. It was up on the D-pad. It was up on the D-pad. It was up on the D-pad. And so I just sit there and hit that as much as I could to recharge as much as my health. And then just go into the next fight. Like, mm-hmm. I just, like, towards the end, I felt that I didn't need to use the power, but, like, I was so used to having it that eventually I switched from using it for healing to use it for faster finishing moves.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's such an OP power, but, yeah, I could see how the Web Blossom would be, like, a super OP power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because, I mean, like, I remember... It was one of the first, like, it wasn't even a base. It was a crime that I had to stop that had, like, a bunch of brutes. Like, I actually walked into that and was getting my shit stomped. And right before I was about to take my final hit to die, I actually just said, oh, I have the suit power. Boom, use it. And then you just see even the brutes were just, like, wed to the ground. And I'm just like, oh, we could do this now. And that made it made the early game like super easy, and then it still made the late game not too difficult. But Spider-Man is a damn near a masterpiece in terms of like combat and open world like progression. Like it's really good, and it's nice to see through games like Horizon and that, like, I mean, even I don't want to say like the Far Cry games because they tend to get bogged down with open world stuff, but they've come a long ways to say, hey, there's still a lot to do in this world, even though it looks like you're finishing it up. Mm-hmm. Like an event will happen and just open up more, which I actually prefer because then you're not just sitting there going, what do I do?
Yeah.
So yeah.
My only complaint is like towards the end and like third act, when you roll into the third act, you're like, oh shit. Like if you want the platinum, you're like, oh, here's 80 fucking more quests that I have to do, and you're like, you just want to beat your head in. Mm-hmm. I mean, like if you do it like district by district, you're good. Like it's fine. Like you're like whatever. Yeah. Like you just like what I basically did was like I'd be on one side of the district and I'll put a waypoint on the other side and just start swinging towards it and keep hitting R3 as I do that. And then when I find whatever I need for the faction missions, I'd go and do that. And then I'd hit that waypoint, turn around, put a waypoint at the other end of the map and just swing back and just keep hitting R3. And it wasn't that, it was time consuming. It's more time consuming than it was a pain in the ass. And then if you, like I found I also had like on days and off days. Like some days I was really struggling with a bunch of the faction missions or like you were saying, the Sable bases. But then like some days I'd be like on point. I'd be like zipping around and like pulling dudes in the air, getting rid of their shield, like just all kinds of shit. So it's definitely whether if you're in the right frame of mind or not. So, but it's just, it's so much fun. The game is just so much fun. And I want to get back to it, but I'm like, no, I'm going to save that for the DLC. And there is one final suit that is so fucking amazing. I can't wait to do my second playthrough with the suit. It's going to be so awesome.
What suit?
I can't. No spoilers.
Okay.
We'll talk about it offline.
Okay, yeah.
Why don't you come on Saturday at 12:00 and do our spoiler cast for NGP?
At noon?
Yeah. Think about it. Anyway,
I could probably do that.
Okay. Will you just let me know for sure?
I'll talk to you about that.
That's fine. So.
And then so that's pretty much everything we're playing. Anybody else play? Oh wait, no, hang on. I did play more Into the Breach. Okay. Great.
Okay, cool. Are you liking it?
Oh yeah, Into the Breach is great. And like I mean it was one of those things that before I even played it, I'm like, yeah, this is probably
the moment I downloaded that game, I was like, man, this is a mad ass game.
Yeah, it really is.
Now Matt, were you the one that was saying that like you're like by the time it loads up I could have just played through some Dead Cells by now? Yeah, okay. So now has that changed?
Well, I don't know if they've patched it or something, but it seems like to start that game up, it's not taking near as long as it did at first. Because like I would hit, what is it, the X or the A button to start it on the Switch, and it seemed like 15 minutes would go by before I got the title screen. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I'm guessing maybe they've patched it since.
It's like that for Bad North too. Where like it just takes so long to load up into the game that it's just like I could go play something else on something else before this loads up. Like if I'm trying to play Bad North, which I haven't played in like a week, but like I will literally load up the game while I'm going to go do something.
Yeah.
So it'll be ready by the time I get back, which is not great.
No.
But
no. But I need to get back to Octopath Traveler. That's something I need to do.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Because I feel like that's going to be a GOTY contender too.
I feel like I've started so many games that I've wanted to finish this year, and I just haven't finished any of them. There's been so many. Octopath Traveler, Spider-Man I need to finish, Tomb Raider I need to finish, Celeste I need to finish. Like, I think the Lightfall I need to finish. It's just too many games.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
not enough time.
See, I think you need to. You're probably about to hit that realization moment. Like, do I have to finish them, or do I have to, like, just get what I need from them? Because, like, you have a kid, dude. It's not going to be. You're not going to have a crap ton of time, so you kind of have to. You're probably going to have that moment where you just say, okay, this is how I want to spend the little bit of time that I have.
Well, to be honest, the kid is not the quote unquote problem with my game time. It's trying to fix everything that was broken.
That didn't help either. I mean, and take your time.
I am. I'm just trying to make sure all the most recent stuff is up, and then when I have time, I'll throw our backlog stuff up there. But like right now, all of our current stuff is up, so that's
Yeah.
Well, like I'm thinking I might start doing like a bit of a backlog thing because because Sunday nights, like Sundays are the one day I like have the full day off, and but I have to make sure I maintain like my sleep schedule to go into going into work at midnight on Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been like the past couple Sundays I've been basically just staying up all night. So I might actually start streaming or at least attempting to record videos. I might have to hit you guys up with how to do that just because I've never done that before.
It's easy. It's easy peasy.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you stream to Twitch, like it doesn't. So like PlayStation 4 only allows 60 minutes, whereas if you stream on Twitch, like Twitch keeps it for I think 2 weeks,
30 days.
30 days. Thank you, Corey.
Yep.
And then that way you can go out there and grab your 2-3 hour stream, download it, and then edit it the way you want, or be like, hey Corey, here's my 2-3 hour playthrough of Dead Cells that I streamed for the day. Pick the highlights, or whatever. Because I had to do that.
Well, I don't want to. I would actually probably more do that myself because Corey's got enough on his plate.
Right. I understand. I'm just throwing out examples.
Yeah. And I need to contribute in a very real sense to this because I feel like I'm the one who does the least. But so we're coming up on about 20 minutes to exit for me.
I don't think that's, in my personal opinion, I mean, I'm up for 20 questions, but I don't think that's long enough.
You think 20 minutes is long enough for 20 questions?
I don't want to make him late for work.
He won't be late. It's an easy game.
Yeah. Well, you said
all right, well, then let's do it.
I mean, I think we have enough
Let's
time.
stop talking about thinking. Let's just do it.
All right. I got my game. Here we go. 20 questions.
I love you. Gotta trim the fat. Let's streamline this shit. All right. Who's going
to let listeners under the hood? Moose, you go first.
All right. Was this game released before January 1st, 2000?
Before January 1st, 2000?
Yes.
Let me find here.
Oh Jesus.
Was it released before January 1st, 2000? Yes.
Okay, that's question 1. I'll keep track of the questions in our chat.
Okay. Was this game initially released as a console exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this game a licensed game?
Nope.
Is this game exclusive to Nintendo consoles?
Yes.
No, actually, is it exclusive to Nintendo consoles or handhelds?
Oh shit!
It's not. I hate you.
He has to, Corey. He has to.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So 5. Do you play human?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
There's your huddle.
So we get 2 minutes. All right. So it's a Nintendo exclusive.
Yes.
It's released before 2000. Play as a human sometimes. Do we want to go down the route of like game mechanics, like first person, third person, RPG, shooting, melee?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to go down those routes? Because we know it's on Nintendo, so we can kind of narrow it down that way.
We probably want to narrow down generation 2.
We could do that as well. So before 2000, what that would be
8-bit, 16-bit, and Nintendo 64.
Right. Okay. Because the GameCube was in 2000.
2001 was GameCube.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I do remember buying one in 2002. So, anyways.
Yeah.
I got mine for my birthday in 2001 with Luigi's Mansion and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Sweet.
You guys have 50 seconds, by the way.
I think that's a good option. I think we could just go down those routes and just kind of eliminate things from there.
If you want to do mechanics.
Now, do we want to do like, is it first party developed to narrow games, or do we want to do like, was it second party developed for Nintendo? Like, it's exclusive to Nintendo. Doesn't really need to come by Nintendo.
Yeah, I figure if you want to go mechanics, I'll do exclusivity and.
Okay, so I'll do like first person or third, and then like melee, RPG elements, all that. Okay, all right.
Yep.
All right, so you're up first whenever you're ready.
All right, Corey.
Yeah.
Was this initially released as? Actually, was this game first party Nintendo?
This game was published by Nintendo.
So it's first party. Moose?
No, wait, that doesn't mean it's first party though. Just because it's published by Nintendo.
Yes, it does. It's first party. Published by Nintendo.
All right. Is there melee combat?
Yes.
Was this initially released on the Super Nintendo?
No.
Okay.
Is there shooting mechanics?
Yes.
So there's melee and shooting.
Was this initially released on the Nintendo 64?
Yes. All right.
It's our huddle. All right, so shooting, melee, on the N64.
Humans sometimes.
Published by... What about Banjo-Kazooie?
There's no humans in that.
That's true. I get... All right, sorry. It's all right.
It's okay.
Project Dark? Or what is it? What is it?
Are you talking about Perfect Dark?
Perfect Dark, thank you. Thank you.
90 seconds.
What do you play as in Perfect Dark other than human, though?
I don't... Dude, I'm just throwing titles out there. I didn't ask it, and I haven't had the chance to ask if it was first person or...
In multiplayer, you can play as an alien in Perfect Dark.
So that's the other thing. So do we want to ask multiplayer? We also have like another huddle round at 15. So we can ask some questions to clear it up and
60
get to 15.
seconds.
So
let's.
I'll ask: is there multiplayer? I'll ask.
If you go perspective, I'll go multiplayer or vice versa.
Okay. Well, I'm up first, so I'll do multiplayer.
Okay.
So and then you can do perspective, and then
was
shooting and melee.
Dark was I mean.
I don't know if it had melee though. I don't even
30
think.
seconds.
Because I think this is going to. I mean, if it was first party Nintendo. I'm trying to think of what else they did.
Where you also played something other than a human?
Yeah.
I don't know.
10 seconds.
Let's keep us on a short leash. I like it.
Okay. Well, you're up first, so go ahead.
Time.
Is there multiplayer in this game?
Yes.
Ooh, what if it's Mario Kart? Shooting. Well, maybe not melee.
Yeah,
There's shooting mechanics. You're not like beating somebody.
that's true. Is this game from the first-person perspective?
No.
Okay.
So it's got to be third. I want to ask if there's racing involved.
Go ahead.
Is there racing involved?
Sometimes.
Okay, so sometimes. Whew. Sometimes racing. I don't know. I don't think there's any racing in Perfect Dark, so that's out. That's out.
You didn't play Perfect Dark Kart? Perfect Dark Kart?
Fuck you, Corey. This bastard. This bastard. I'm gonna come back. Y'all motherfuckers just get obscure ass games from Moose. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting, man.
Oh man.
Is this game a platformer?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So it's third person. It's a platformer.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Nuts and Bolts came out after the year 2000. So like,
And it was Nuts and Bolts was on the 360.
Okay, good.
But did you play a human? Nintendo game.
Man, I really thought you guys were gonna get this.
Melee, there's shooting.
Fuck.
There's melee shooting and racing.
There's sometimes racing. Well, it might also just be you driving a vehicle.
I mean, in Star Fox, do you ever get out of the ship?
But you don't play any humans in that game.
That's true.
Need a question.
What should I ask? I don't even know what to ask. Star Wars: Shadow of the Empire.
Yeah, okay, but it's not licensed.
It's true. Fuck. Fuck your couch, Corey.
I
need
a genre. Pick a genre at this point.
Does this have RPG elements?
No.
Okay.
All right.
2-minute huddle starts now.
No RPG elements. So that means it's shooter. Like he said, sometimes a platformer.
Sometimes a platformer, sometimes a racing game.
Well, I don't want to say sometimes a racing game. I think there's sometimes racing elements in it. So, because I said, does it have racing elements in it? And he said yes. Is that right, Corey? That was my question.
What'd you say? Wait, what? Sorry.
My question was, I did say is there racing involved in the game? And you said sometimes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's a racer. It just has like sections where you might have to race against somebody else to beat.
Or race the clock or something.
Yeah, exactly. Wait. If this is Superman 64, I'm going to punch him in the face. I will drive.
But that's a licensed game, so it can't be.
60 seconds.
All right. Anyway. All right. We're getting off track here. Fuck.
What? There's something I am severely missing, and I don't know why.
Ooh, my back cracked.
First party Nintendo. Couldn't be Blast Corps. Melee then. I guess there's shooting, but you only play humans right now.
There's a dog in Blast Corps.
Well,
Nope, I lied. That's Jet Force Gemini. Never mind. Last core, there's robots.
He automatically loses. He's done. And he's wasting our time. Motherfuckers wasting our
15
time.
seconds.
Yeah, we get 15 tack back on the clock for you wasting it, you fucking Cleveland Browns.
I'm not wasting anybody's time.
Yeah, speaking of the Cleveland Browns, who are they this week?
I know, right? Jeez. They won.
Did they
Better
win
record
again?
than the Patriots, so.
I know.
Did they win again?
Time.
Anyways.
Question.
It's me.
Question.
And now we got 6 minutes, man.
Shit. Fuck, I don't even know. Is this a popular first party Nintendo?
If you're asking me if it sold well, it sold very well.
Has this game been remastered?
It has not been remastered, but it has been re-released.
Okay, give us a little bit more than what we should have got.
So that's a 3DS. So 64 came out on 3DS, right?
I don't know, dude. Maybe Wii U? Virtual Console?
This game's available on Virtual Console, if that's what you're asking.
That wasn't what I was asking, but we'll take it.
That's fine.
So, what about Metroid Prime? Oh no, that wasn't 64.
That wasn't 64.
I
I like where you're going though.
Fuck. Castlevania games, but there's a bunch of shit games on 64.
Need a question.
64?
If it sold moderately well, I probably would have bought it, and I don't remember any of that. I didn't buy any of the Castlevania games. I don't know. Man.
I don't know what to ask. I don't know what to ask. I mean, it's your question, Moose, but I don't even know.
No, it's your question. You're 18.
Oh, shit.
Do you think he's been drinking, but he's been drinking coffee?
Oh, yeah. And it's gone. Oh, jeez.
Nothing like that to wake you up.
Fuck. What do we do when you don't have a question? We've never had this before.
It's not licensed. It's been re-released on Virtual Console. What if it's Earthbound? I don't know. I'm like pulling shit way the fuck out of my ass.
Was this game initially? Did this game initially come to the West upon release?
Like within a general time frame of being released in the East?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it
didn't come out like a year after it came out in the West.
Okay, or there's not
or
like
in
some
the East
community that's clamoring for it to come.
No.
So okay,
that's not Earthbound.
It was probably more popular in the West than it was in Japan, to be honest with you. Probably. I don't know.
Man, I got nothing, Matt. I got nothing.
Well, I mean, the fact there's combat rules out Pilot Wings.
Kind of 64 game, like what games with the moniker 64 added on had both shooting, melee, some racing aspects. Dude, I don't know.
Is this fucking Mario Party?
It might be Mario Party.
Because
Mario Party was released on Virtual Console.
Ask if there's a board game in this, Moose.
Is there a board game in this game?
Yep.
Let's see. Is this game Mario Party 64?
It's Mario Party. Mario Party 1. Released in February of 1998. You play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Toad.
So Peach is the human.
And Wario.
Yeah, Peach is the human. Wait, Mario's not a human?
No, they've gone on record to say Mario's not a human.
Mario's a human.
I know. Believe me, I know.
There are driving and racing games. There are melee combat-ish games.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well done, Mr. Keel. I owe you a beer when I see you in October.
I thought on that for sure. Because there's so many elements of that game that would just confuse you.
Oh man, you did.
You did, man. I love how you're like, I thought y'all would get this and the It's like, no. We're fucking retarded. You forget your other hosts are retarded. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Fuck y'all, social justice warriors. We're just stupid. We're stupid. We are stupid.
The differently abled. We're disparaging ourselves.
Yes. I apologize for that comment, but we are stupid. Okay, we're not retarded. We're dumb.
Yes. I am good when it comes to X-ray stuff. I am bad at this.
Yeah, pretty much anything outside my job. No. Well, maybe PlayStation, but that's it.
I'm sad.
That was good.
I thought I was going to get you.
I'm actually surprised that you. Well, I guess Mario Party 1 was on N64, so it could have been Mario Party 64. So, all right.
Well, I think that's what it said on the box too. I think
it just says Mario Party.
Oh, no.
Okay. And the new one's coming out, and I hear the new one's pretty good. And I bet you that's why he picked it, because it's coming out soon.
Yeah, but I mean, who really thinks a Mario Party game is good?
He's not picking any of those Xbox games, I'll tell you that.
No, I figured I had to throw a softball to you guys since you guys got mad at Pokemon.
Oh, that was not a softball. It took us to question 1920, man. Come on,
you
get out of
keep telling
here.
us not to bring that up, and then you keep bringing it up.
Yeah, because I'm done being mad about it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're not mad about it.
All right. Well, with the end of 20 questions, that brings us to the end of Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 114. I have been Matthew Keel at Infinite_Rewind on Twitter and social media, alongside Moose at Svhenn on social media and PS4. And then Corey is at Corey in HD 86 everywhere except for PS4, where he is Rogue Spartan 4.
Yeah. Let me change my name.
Moose, where else can we find you?
You can find me hosting Nerds Gone Platinum on our own YouTube channel now, which is awesome, but we're still under the Nerds Gone Rogue umbrella because we love Nerds Gone Rogue. Jason, Jeff, and I discuss the PlayStation platform every Tuesday. I believe it goes up Thursday, so you can join us live Tuesday nights for the podcast, and we'll chat with you if you're in the chat. If not, you can listen to us every Thursday morning at 7. Jason puts it up. We've got Platinum Plays going out. I did want to announce that we are doing our Spider-Man spoiler cast on Saturday. It's our Spider Cast. We're doing it at noon on Saturday. So if you get your questions in, you can email us. So we're trying not to do spoilers. So email us, please, your questions, comments, anything regarding Spider-Man to nerdsgoneplatinum@gmail.com. Or you can call us and leave a message at 929-333-5762, and we will read your questions, comments while we're doing the spoiler cast. We're going to have a section at the end of the show where we answer questions, or we might just get them all together and answer them as we go through the show. It's going to be what we decide on Saturday. But that phone number, you can call us and leave a comment. You can also email us at nerdsgoneplatinum, but then also you can tweet us at ng_platinum if you want to engage in conversation with us. That's where you can reach me. Corey, where can we reach you?
Well, you can find me at Corey in HD86, like Matt said, on everything. You can find me on Nintendo Pavlock, which we are also on our own YouTube page, and we have a really awesome giveaway for October. So
Booyah!
by the time you hear this, you'll know what it is, but you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel and send us a question to find out.
Nintendo Pavlocktober, am I right?
right? Actually, we're giving away a digital copy of Dark Souls Remastered for Switch for October.
Holy shit!
Very nice.
So
I probably lose out on that because I'm a.
Well, we're exempt.
Yeah, we're exempt.
No more Dark Souls for you guys.
Conflict.
Do we need any more Dark Souls? Yes, we need more.
So, yeah, if you want to come check out our YouTube page, subscribe, and send us a question at nintendopalblock@gmail.com. You can win yourself a copy of that game. So
word.
Yeah. If it comes out on time. That's the big thing. It doesn't get delayed.
It doesn't get delayed again.
If not, we've got a supplemental prize for those who in case Dark Souls gets delayed again. So that's about it. But this has been Nerds Gone Rogue. You can find it every Monday at 7 a.m. on your podcast service of choice or on our YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, we love you.
Banana and out.
You're welcome.
Woo! Woo! All right, guys. Live via phone.
Woo!
Ugh.
That's how we do this. That's how we fucking roll.
No, we do not do this that way.
Dude, man, I'll disconnect right now and get on the phone, bro. So you may be the only one.
We should just do the all phone show.
No.
All right, I'm on it. I mean, seriously, you want it?
No,
I just have to get a charger.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine. All right. It's fine. I'm in my parents' dining room. Moose is in his grandma's basement, and Corey
That's right.
is not in the baby's room.
Every room is the baby's room now. Let's be honest here. Speaking of, I've been really thinking about going all digital on Switch too, because like
she's gonna start putting stuff in her mouth.
I know, and I don't want her to put the cartridges in her mouth. I'm like, I get it.
That's why you don't have the cartridge out where she can grab it. What kind of parent are you?
I'm a terrible one.
Dude, he hasn't even been a parent like 6 months yet. Dude, calm down.
I know. I mean, I'm just saying. Even in the cases, if she picks up a case and opens it and pulls the card out, that's a fucking genius.
It's in like one of those little square cases that can hold like 12 cartridges at a time. But like she's starting to grab stuff.
Yeah.
And like she's kind of like figuring out how to get her fingers underneath stuff. And I don't know if that's just like coincidence or I'm just like freaking out, but
it might be a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
I know. That's
I think column A is causing column B, but
yes. Start me up.
She started mimicking us, by the way. Like,
yeah.
When we like stick our tongue out, she'll stick her tongue out.
Awesome.
And then she finally noticed the mirror, but I don't think she knows that it's us in the mirror. I think she just thinks it's another baby.
she thinks it's another person. And she's going.
It's a good time.
This is a weird thing.
Being a parent is weird.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Amazon recommends Tomb Raider on Blu-ray. When was the last time I bought a Blu-ray off of Amazon and you're recommending that? No, thanks.
The only one I want to buy is like $65, and I'm like, fuck that.
What's that? The Batman animated series one?
No, I do. Well, okay, sorry.
2.
The only 2 that I want to buy, one of them is $65. The Fight Club, but the special edition one is $65
in the steel case. The steelbook one.
Yeah, I was at Second and Charles trading some shit, and they had the regular version for like $5, and I was like, well, I wonder what the steel one is, because I have the special edition of the DVD, and turns out it's like $65, and I'm like, I don't love the movie that much. I mean, I love the movie.
Does anybody really love Fight Club that much? I do.
It's one of those movies that has gotten less good every time I've watched it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad film. I think I've grown past it a little bit.
I think when I watched it, I didn't really understand it, I guess. Like I later I went back and watched it and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But like the first time I was like, I don't get it. Like why people like the movie. But that's just
bitches. I'm going to grab another beer show in the fucking chat. I'll be right back.
So
do we want to start and go?
Let's just start. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. Woo! Why don't we start and then someone goes into what they're playing and I'll be right back.
Great.
Okay. That sounds fantastic.
All right.
Fantastic.
Let me get in my mode here real quick. I'm not used to it. I can't sit in this room.
You look good though, man. It's a good shot. It's a good angle. Upwards.
Well, like
showing that height.
I've got an Amazon box and my Switch case.
Nice.
Trying to keep my face,
Nice.
Speaking of which, I need to get a new Switch case. Any recommendations? I'll take it. 3, 2, 1.